Hey guys, it's me Dihanna and welcome back to Dihanna's World. In today's video, I will be telling you guys my advice on upcoming middle schoolers on how to survive the first day of middle school. So if you want to know how you can survive the first day of middle school, keep watching. And before I start the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below which videos you guys want me to do next. Also, make sure you guys follow all of my social medias. They will be on the screen and in the link in the description below. And without further ado, let's get started.
Tuning in to Didi's world. Hit the like or the mentions if you feel this girl. Dropping fresh rhymes, weekly got bars for sure. Covering middle school topics, yeah, I have the allure. Tuning in to Didi's world. Keep it real, never fake. I'm the realest girl. Staying fresh, got the sauce shining bright like a pearl. Guaranteed to bring sunshine to your world.
So the first thing on how to survive the first day is to smell good. And this is a huge thing because smelling good sets the tone for you for the whole rest of the school year. If one person smells you and they're like, oh my gosh, they're musty, they smell like fish, like, oh my gosh, they stink, nobody for the rest of the year is going to want to be your friend because of the way you smell on the first day of school. And like everyone says, first impressions are everlasting. And if the first impression someone has of you is you smelling bad, no one's ever gonna want to be your friend. So smell good and bring like a little emergency kit bag where it has like perfume, wipes. So if you're done with gym and you're sweating under your arms, you can use wipes. Have some deodorant, which is one of the main things. Deodorant, like it's key. And please don't put on deodorant if you're already musty. You need to wash under your arms if you're musty and then put on deodorant, because if you put on deodorant and you're musty, or if you put on perfume when you already stink, you're just gonna smell like Sea World cherry blossom, and I can assure you nobody wants to smell that. So please smell good on the first day because it's your first impression. Especially if you're new, you want to smell good, because if one person smells you, I promise nobody's going to want to talk to you because everyone's gonna say, oh my gosh, they stink, and you don't want that to happen. The next thing is to dress nice. And when I say dress nice, I'm really like, you can wear whatever you want because how you dress reflects like your personality, but dress like however you want. But please, for the love of God, don't wear crusty Air Force Ones. I've said this in so many of my videos, but please do not wear crusty, dirty, brown, white Air Force Ones. If they're supposed to be white Air Force Ones, why are they darker than the black Air Force Ones? It's not clicking, guys. Please, just please, for the love of God, do not wear dusty Air Force Ones. Don't wear dusty white Vans. On the first day too, like, come on. It's the first day, first impression. It's a new school, middle school. There's new people from all different types of elementary schools, all different types of school districts, and for your first impression, you're gonna wear dusty Air Force Ones. Please don't do that. I don't remember what I wore for my first ever day of middle school in 6th grade, but for my second year of middle school, I was in 7th grade and I went to a new school, so it's pretty much like my first year of middle school. And I was wearing like a braided ponytail to the back, and then the ponytail was twisted down. And then I was wearing like camo overalls, which I still have, and I was wearing like a black shirt with some cute black sneakers, and it was a super cute outfit. Notice how when I just described that, I didn't say I had dusty, crusty Air Force Ones on. So please don't wear crusty Air Force Ones because you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life, because on the first day of a whole new school, you wore dusty Air Force Ones. Save yourself the trouble and save everyone else the trouble of having to look at your dusty Air Force Ones, and don't wear them or throw them away and buy some new ones. Piece of advice is to speak to others and make conversation. I wish on my first day of middle school, I would have made conversations with other people, but now that I think about it, my school is not very welcoming. So I don't know. I have a good group of friends now, so that's all that matters. But on my first day of 6th grade, I made conversation with others, and it worked out pretty well because I had a solid friend group by the end of the school year, and that was super cool and great. Especially if you're new, please make conversations with others and especially make conversations with people that you have class with before your lunch period. Because I don't know about you, but every year that I've had middle school, I've had to eat lunch with the class I'm in before lunch, if that makes sense. So I have lunch during sixth period, so I have to eat lunch with my sixth period class. So if that happens to you, make sure you talk to people in that class, or just make sure you talk to people around the school that are in your grade, so you have someone to sit with at lunch, because it's kind of sad when you're sitting at lunch alone. Trust me, I've experienced that. And if you are a shy person and you really just don't like talking to people, and you're just shy and nervous, and it's your first day and you're at a big brand new school, bring a book to lunch, because you can get lost in the book, and that's what I have to do sometimes. So bring a book to lunch, because I promise you it's better than sitting with nobody and just like standing there like, yay, I'm alone. So yeah, but bring a book to lunch and speak and make conversations with others, because you don't want to sit at lunch alone. Nobody wants to sit at lunch alone. So make conversation, speak to others, and do all types of things like that. The next tip is to bring your teachers gifts. Now, I don't know about you, but I like when my teachers like me back, because it helps sometimes. If you get a bad grade on the test and you really need to redo it, if your teacher doesn't like you, they're probably not going to give you a chance to do the test again. If your teacher does like you, they're probably going to give you another chance to do the test, because they like you, they trust you, they know that you're a good kid. So bringing your teachers gifts is an amazing thing. And usually before middle school, there's usually like a open, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a thing where you go to the school and like you walk around the class. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Like when you go, it's like a month before the first day of school, and you like walk around and see all your classes, so on the first day of school you're not totally and completely lost. But if that happens to you, bring your teachers gifts on those days and on the first day of school, because like I said, first impressions are everlasting. And if you don't, you don't have to bring your teachers gifts, but it's going to make a good impression on them, and they're probably more prone to like you more, and you're probably more prone to be a favorite student, and being a favorite student never hurt anyone. So if you can bring your teachers a gift, bring them a gift, because come on now. Everyone needs to have a teacher that likes them, and especially in class that you know you don't do very well in, make sure you get on your teacher's goods. The next tip is probably the best tip, and probably a tip you're gonna need not just for middle school, but for high school and probably even college too. Hide your gum and hide your Takis. I am telling you, if you bring gum or Takis to school, all of a sudden you're Queen Bee. All of a sudden you're Taylor Swift. All of a sudden you're the President of the United States. Because when you bring gum and Takis to school, suddenly everyone's been your best friend since they were 3 years old. Suddenly, everyone knows your mother's name. Everyone knows your mother's favorite food. Everyone knows your middle name. Everyone knows your autobiography. When you bring gums and Takis, apparently you're the king or queen of the school. You're Prince Harry. You're Meghan Markle. Apparently you're Princess Diana when you bring Takis and gum to school. I don't know how, I don't know why, and I don't know who thinks that's okay, but apparently you're just the most respected person when you bring gums and Takis to school. And when you bring gums and Takis to school, it's the first day of school, so you want to be nice and you want to make some friends, so you're going to give them your gum, you're going to give them your Takis, and by the end of the day, you're going to be like, wow, I just spent $3.99 on these big bag of Takis, and all of a sudden they're all gone and all I have left is crumbs. So also when you bring gums and Takis, and you give them to people, people are going to start using you. And the next time you bring gums and Takis, they're going to ask for it again. And they're never actually going to be your friend. They're just going to be people who use you to get your stuff. And that's just going to go on and on and on until you get into high school and until you get into college. People are going to use you for what you have. And that's the same thing for like pencils and pens. Pencils and pens, it's not a big deal. I don't mind loaning my pencils and pens to people. But people who are never actually going to be your friend and they're just going to be nice to you because of what you have, that's never a good thing. And especially on the first day of school, that's the first impression. And the first impression everyone's going to have of you is going to be like, oh yeah, you can use them for whatever you want. You need homework answers, you're going to use them. I'm telling you, it starts small. You might think I'm over exaggerating, but I'm really not. Things like that in middle school start small. They're going to start using you for your talkies. Then all of a sudden they're going to want to be your partner because they know you're going to do all of the work. And then all of a sudden they're just going to use you. And you don't want that to happen, especially in middle school, because the people you go to middle school with, you're probably going to go to high school with. And then it's going to last for over 8 years, 7 years. So don't let people use you, and hide your gum and hide your Takis. The last and final tip or advice is don't get a crush on the first day of school. I know that from experience. Don't get a crush on the first day of school. You can think that girl is cute. You can think that guy is cute. You can think whoever is cute. Doesn't matter to me. But don't get a crush on the first day of school because they're not probably gonna like you back. And that sounds harsh, but every time that I've gotten a crush on the first day of school, didn't end well. So probably don't do that, and probably just try to, I don't know, we're still in middle school, and having a boyfriend is actually out of the normal, to be honest. Having a girlfriend in middle school is actually out of the normal, and I know a lot of people try to normalize it, but you're 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 in middle school, and you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend. To me, that's awfully young, and you still have a lot of growing to do, and you just have a lot of growing to do mentally, physically, and having a boyfriend or a girlfriend is just weird, you know? And having a crush, that's normal. Everyone's gonna have a crush every now and then, but don't get your hopes up, and don't be like, oh my gosh, my goal in middle school is to be with this guy or be with this girl, be with whoever, because it's probably not gonna work out, and you're probably gonna get your young heart broken. So don't have a crush. So that's pretty much it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell so you get notified every single time I post. And make sure you guys follow all of my social medias. They'll be on the screen and the link in the description below. Bye, guys.